A few weeks ago, I did a video entitled Something Old, Something New, and today I want to talk about something red, white, or blue. Not borrowed, but something red, white, or blue. Welcome back, friends. I am so overwhelmed with your sweet comments about my little summer home tour last time. Thank you so much for all of the kind things that you said and commented about. With the 4th of July coming up, I wanted to just give you a few ideas of how you can incorporate red, white, and blue into your decor without it just screaming 4th of July. I know a lot of times when you go to the store, you see like everything is flag or everything is just very kind of in your face 4th of July. And I like to use little subtle hints of red, white, and blue. Now, red, white, and blue does not look good with my decor. So if I were to bring in like those kinds of decorations, then it would clash majorly. But when you add a little blue here and a little white here and maybe just a hint of red, because red probably goes the least with my decor, then you still get that flavor of decorating for the season without it being so obvious. So let me just share a few things with you that were in my home tour, but I'll just maybe explain them a little more and where I got them. Okay, beginning with this old flag, I believe that we got this at an estate sale, and it is very naturally worn and faded, but it's very big. And so what I did was I just folded it into thirds and made a runner out of it for our desk. So you don't really see it until you get right up to the desk, and it's just my runner. I love old flags. I know there are flags that are made to look old now, and then every once in a while at a thrift store or flea market, you might find a genuinely old flag. So I love this flag. Eventually, I would love to find a Confederate one too, just because of my love of old things. But for now, I'm using this one on my desk as a runner. You could also use it for a dining room table runner. You could incorporate it in other ways as well. The second thing that I did this year is I love sheet music. And in one of my older videos, I used them as placemats, but this time I just printed off "You're a Grand Old Flag," the sheet music, and put it in this photo frame. Now, normally I would put this inside of the frame, but I kind of cheated this year and I actually just taped it on the front because this is a frame print that I use in my hallway normally. And so now it has turned into part of my 4th of July or July decor. So you could do the Star Spangled Banner or any other sheet music that you wanted to, but I chose "You're a Grand Old Flag" this year. Now, another thing is I was out of my taupe or off-white paper. So this is actually just white paper. I think it would look older if it was like in a brown tone. So that's something to keep in mind. Another fun thing to do is just to take the wooden stick flags and pop them in some greenery. So for instance, I have this old sap bucket that I've had for years, and I have it sitting on a table on my front porch, and I just popped this little flag into it, and it gives it an instant little festive touch for the season. This beautiful picture, I'll try to take the glare off of it, might have to do a close-up, but this was in some of my husband's grandfather's things after he passed away, and it says USS Northern Pacific, November 1917 to March 25th, 1919, and it's a picture of an old ship. And I really don't know how my husband's grandfather acquired it, but I loved it for the fact that it is an old photograph. It even has some water spots on it, but I really don't care because I love it anyway. It just adds character. And so I pull this out because it reminds me of the military and those that are fighting for our freedom. And so if you have any family photos from the Army or Navy or any branch of the military, those are really neat to pull out this time of year and display. Maybe if you don't display them all the time, just to have them at this time of year is really special. So another thing that I have done seasonally is change out the color of my candles. So if I wanted just a little pop of red, I could do a red candle, a white candle, a blue candle. Also, throw blankets, or if you have old quilts, are a wonderful thing to change out for the season and add some of those colors. Just any little hints that can say, we know that it's almost Independence Day, add a fun, homey feel that is something different. It kind of gets tiresome to have the same thing all the time, and so decorating seasonally is just a really fun way for a homemaker to add some variety and make it new and fresh. Also, desserts make a wonderful display on your kitchen cabinet, in a pretty domed cake plate, or on your table like I did with my cherry cupcakes. Also, strawberry pie is another favorite of our families this time of year when the strawberries are so ripe and delicious. So I originally came from Texas, and until I moved to the Central Valley, I did not know how wonderful fresh strawberries were. I guess I just got used to having them shipped when they were green, and I always liked them, but I just did not realize that they could be so much better. And so strawberries are in full swing here in the Central Valley, and we have already made strawberry pie. And so with the beautiful red color, that adds a touch as well to my decorating, as well as to our menus this time of year. If you have red, white, or blue aprons, those are always fun to display in your kitchen. Maybe some tea towels or dish towels that have those colors. Remember, not red, white, and blue together, but if you want to lean towards like blue and white or red and white, then I think that looks really nice and adds that touch into your kitchen. Books are another great way to decorate for the season. In my home tour, I had this on the tray, or just a side table that you bring out either something American or with the colors. So if you had a stack of blue books or a stack of red books, that can be a nice touch to any vignette or display that you might do this time of year. I love using bunting, and so this year we have a new fence built and we displayed all of our bunting on the new fence. I love decorating for Independence Day, and so I hope that this brings some sort of inspiration and can get your wheels turning of what you may already have. I did not purchase any of this. Most of it is either thrifted or heirloom, and it can be done so easily and affordably. Just takes a little creativity. So those are some of my ideas for decorating red, white, or blue. I would love to hear your ideas of how you change out your things for the season. Thank you so much for being with me today. If you are new here, I invite you to subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you to all of the new subscribers, and I hope that we can become friends and that you will find lots of inspiration here on this channel. I love doing DIY, decorating, thrifting, decluttering, just all of the homemaking things, and I hope you will join me again.